People receive hundreds of digital messages a day, from push notifications to emails. So, how do you engage your top prospects and stand out? By sending personalized gifts the old fashioned way with Sendoso. Sendoso helps you use gift giving and direct mail throughout your customer lifecycle, from lead generation to converting customers into brand advocates. From sourcing to sending and centralizing the direct mail and gifting process, Sendoso helps you scale your gift giving, stand out, and keep your brand top of mind. Visit sendoso.com to learn more.
You're listening to B2B Growth, a daily podcast for B2B leaders. We've interviewed names you've probably heard before, like Gary Vaynerchuk and Simon Sinek, but you've probably never heard from the majority of our guests. That's because the bulk of our interviews aren't with professional speakers and authors. Most of our guests are in the trenches leading sales and marketing teams. They're implementing strategy. They're experimenting with tactics. They're building the fastest growing B2B companies in the world. My name is James Carberry. I'm the founder of Sweetfish Media, a podcast agency for B2B brands, and I'm also one of the co-hosts of this show. When we're not interviewing sales and marketing leaders, you'll hear stories from behind the scenes of our own business. We'll share the ups and downs of our journey as we attempt to take over the world. Just kidding. Well, maybe. Let's get into the show.
Welcome back to the B2B Growth Podcast. I'm Kris Rudeegraap, the co-host of the show. Today we're going to talk about using sending platforms throughout the customer lifecycle. Historically, I think a lot of people associated direct mail with top-of-funnel demand gen, or they associated corporate gifting with once-a-year Christmas gifts for your customers. Now, with the ability to operationalize and programmatically send anything through your tech stack, we're seeing a lot more use cases come up to where you can really engage prospects and customers throughout the journey. Anything from top of funnel, being able to send out meeting makers and other door opener kits to really drive interest, even things as cupcakes or really creative Amazon integrated sends through Sendoso have really been things to break through. For the Amazon example, looking up the college alma mater or a specific hobby like golf, and maybe connecting those two and sending some, Stanford golf balls to a prospect with a nice handwritten note. I think with those two, we've seen really punny notes that go a long way in terms of connecting the topic of the note to what the company does or what the item that's being sent is related to. Has seen a lot of success. From there, SDRs are then setting meetings, and once that meeting is sent, we're seeing a lot of success with a handoff of, maybe a Starbucks gift card the morning of a demo, and kind of helping nurture that transition from SDR to AE. And then AEs are getting in there and sending, a thank you message, whether it's a handwritten note or a little swag bundle. Thank you for being on that demo. Leveraging printed collateral like really popular white papers or ebooks that can be sent during that sales cycle before the close. Harnessing other life moments too, like if that prospect is just had a baby or other situations like they got a promotion or their company raised funding, different things that you can kind of chime in with a nice little gift. From there, once that customer or that prospect becomes a customer, seeing things like customer welcome kits, onboarding milestones, like once they graduated from implementation, sending them stuff. And then throughout that customer lifecycle, whether it's product moments, whether it's other like life moments, and other key touching points besides just holidays. Although holidays do play into this, and we see a lot of corporate gifting around the holidays work really well to send that customer a special thank you during the holiday season. Above and beyond just the customer lifecycle, we do see that companies now are using Sendoso for employee engagement, especially with WeWorks everywhere around, people not working at HQ and working in remote locations. Sending swag and other fun stuff to employees is a great way to drive engagement. And then during the recruiting cycle as well. So sending out, an Uber e-gift for a candidate on site, or other things to engage that candidate and really kind of wow that as part of the reason why they might select you as the employer versus another person. So in summary, I think the takeaway points are: one, think about how to leverage this offline channel of sending gifts or direct mail or any kind of item offline throughout the customer lifecycle. I think number two is just how can you leverage different teams and empower them and provide a more real-time experience for sales, success, support, really anyone to engage with your prospects or customers and empower them to click send. And then I think three is just get creative and get personal. Whenever you can connect with that buyer or that customer better, do it. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for listening today. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. You can also reach out to me personally, Kris@Sendoso.com, or find me on LinkedIn. Would love to connect and top shop. Check us out next time. Thank you.
We totally get it. We publish a ton of content on this podcast, and it can be a lot to keep up with. That's why we've started the B2B Growth Big Three, a no-fluff email that boils down our 3 biggest takeaways from an entire week of episodes. Sign up today at sweetfishmedia.com/big3. That's sweetfishmedia.com/big3.